From the history, anxiety are actually beneficial for humans. If you are one of our ancestors, if you don't have anxiety, you see lots of animals moving in the forest. You don't worry about it. You're just walking around, you will get eaten by the tiger already. So anxiety are the core motivator for human to survive, because anxiety for the cold, people making clothes. Anxiety for shortage for food, so people working harder. However, nowadays, what is actually harming people are anxiety disorder. The key is not even anxiety. The key is a disorder. You have anxiety in the wrong place. One of the really shocking data for me is college student depression rate is 44%. What does it even mean is, those big master classroom, there's about 200 students in it. When you walk in it, you will see 88 people have depression. I'm talking about like they cannot get up from the bed, they have a hard time to brush their teeth in the morning. And within that 88 people, 24 of them even have a suicidal thought. And even what's more scary, like it shocked me, is there's one person you may not even see just because they executed. It is really sad. But this is the weird part is young college students are the most brightest futures people. They have the most brightest futures, but in the same time, depressed, anxiety, or helplessness become the main melody of their life. So what is going on? Why young teenagers are so tired nowadays? I'm gonna talk about one of the main reasons called learned helplessness. What is learned helplessness? Psychologists used to do experiment. They put two dogs in two of the cages. They electrocute them. Not too harsh, but enough to make them uncomfortable. The dog A will have a button. When he feels uncomfortable, he can press the button. But the dog B is kind of unfortunate. He cannot escape that uncomfortableness. All he can do is just suffer through for 30 minutes a day. After 2 weeks, of course, dog A already learned. As long as there's electronic, I press the button. But the dog B learned that you have to suffer through. Then the interesting part coming is they take the dog out of the cage. They put them on an electrocute net and electrocute them. What does the dog A do? Still looking for buttons? No. The dog A actually run away because he know you can escape the uncomfortable. But the dog B, even without cage to blocking him running away, he's still staying there and suffer on the electronic for 30 minutes and cry on there. And this is really sad and shocking at the same time because there is even no cage to block him run away. And now we understand what is learned helplessness. Where this helplessness coming from is learned. Learned from where? From the past life, from past experience. This experiment, I can see the shadow in real life of young college students. What's the cage that blocking young college students are the system we're being in, the school, the work. If you don't listen to your boss, if you don't listen to whatever your teacher said, if you don't finish your homework on time, you get punished. And we has been categorized by school, by society, how much you earn. Are you grade A student, grade B students? If you don't follow the line, you get punished. And what's the thing that get taken away for young people are autonomy. Autonomy to a small matter to choose what major I want or what kind of job I want to working for. But to the bigger matter, it's even more sad to see people actually don't even have autonomy to self-esteem it. Their self-worth are actually relying on the outside sources. Me compared to Instagram model, how would I feel? How that person's one sentence can make me cry the afternoons. But people supposed to have a self-worth. You know you're good no matter what outside told you. But these are no longer the same for the young generation. People always say young generation are not as good. But in my eye, the young generation is not lazy. It's just sad. It's helpless. And I truly believe that nobody hates actions, working hard, dedications. What people hate is actually the failure of myself. What I mean by that is when you feel lazy, what's the emotion behind lazy is actually fear. You fear you do something, it won't successful. You fear no matter how you try, there's no way out. You rather be lazy and give yourself some hope. Or even more, we can see in the young generation, communication. What's the main thing within it is irony. There's so much irony on Twitter, on talk shows, or even between people's conversations. And irony are start from 18th century is for artists to complain about some society issue that cannot be changed. They make a joke out of it. And that's become a main communication style of nowadays young teenagers. They actually are saying something genuine, but I even make fun of myself to be the genuine. And behind that, the key matter is the helplessness within people. I do genuinely want to be a better person. I genuinely want to have more money, doing a job I love. But under this social structure, all I feel is there is no way that will happen. I even laugh at my own irony. This kind of attitude are not actually looking down on anybody else. It's just looking down how helpless of the system we're in right now. And let me bring you my personal story, talk about how I feel about this. I used to think I'm not a music guy. I'm not actually good at music. And after all, I realized that I'm not good at music are the cage for me. However, there's no actually cage lying around. I just learned helplessness. Maybe because my music teacher is boring. Maybe it's because my strategy to approach the music are different. But it actually music is learnable even to the genius level. One of the genius sign of Mozart is he had the perfect pitch. What does that mean is you play any key on the piano. He heard it, he can tell you which key it was. And there's an experiment conduct to teach young child perfect pitch for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, over 70% of kids have the perfect pitch. We're not even talking about the whole half year of learning and practice or whole year practice and learning. 2 weeks only. 70% of people already have the genius icon skills. And it actually inspired me to look more into the field I thought I'm not good at. And I see so many people are saying that, oh, I'm not a math guy. I don't do number good. I don't deal with those things. However, the sad part is there is over 92% of the job out there are actually dealing with numbers. So there's really a high possibility you will encounter math in your work in the rest of your life. And if you don't know learn helplessness, how will you feel? You will feel, okay, other people better not finding out I'm not good at math. I feel like a cheater. I feel like failure. I get proven myself I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math. But it's not actually your fault. It's actually the cage you was get locked in when you was in school. Maybe your teacher a boring person. That's the reason why you're not good at math. Everybody have a possibility to learn good math. Or even that's only I'm not a good math guy. Lots of people are stuck in a toxic relationship. They think they will never get out. And that's why there's such high depression rate within a college. I like people using chess as metaphor for life. You need to know what's your advantage, weakness, and you strategize futures. But when you stuck on the board, please remember this. The black-white chessboard that you need to land the pieces on, it never exists. You can land the pieces wherever you want. And you even need to realize who is drawing the black-white chessboard. Is your work? Is your school? Is how you grew up? Is your parents? Lots of people in helplessness, they think taking action are the hardest part. They know what should they do, but they just have a hard time to take action. But in reality, if you know the concept of learned helplessness, you will know the hard part is realization. When the dog that crying on the electric net realizes there's no cage, he actually can run away. And I'm sure when I talk about this video, you can remember lots of your friends, families are experiencing thing. Please share this video to them so they can realize as early as possible to escape some tragedies. And I really hope you liked my video. And my name is Paul, and I see you next time.